I'm Marty Nemko. It's fun to talk about successes, but there may be some lessons useful in my failures. Uh, Many of them stem from the fact that I am sometimes perceived as arrogant, as a know-it-all. I failed to recognize that America still kind of runs from a foundation of the New Testament where being uh, oh, not too willful, using Christian modesty, those things are very important. And so I try, where possible, to use what I've dubbed California couching, for which is something like this. Uh, Gee, I sure can understand why you'd think that. I might well think that myself. And I'm wondering whether it might be a good idea uh, to blah. And what do you think? So that kind of California couching tends to be a nice insulator against being perceived as arrogant. Unfortunately, unless you are careful like that 100% of the time, even if you're too blunt 5% of the time, they seem to remember the 5%. So you've got to be really careful to not appear arrogant or a know-it-all. At least that's been a key failing of mine. The second is I've been too honest around explanations around the achievement gap between whites and Asians and African Americans and Latinos, and also between men and women. For example, the pay gap between men and women. When one really looks dispassionately at the data, the 77 cents in the dollar difference is not because of a cabal of men trying to keep women down. It really is mainly women's choices. But to say that, even with a lot of data, unless you're really doing a good job of that California couching and tentativeness, at least has gotten me fired, for example, from the Atlantic, where I was a columnist who was, my boss not only liked me, thought I was great, until I wrote a column arguing that net in 2013, women have it better in the economy than do men. And he liked it, published it, but then all the women's organizations pounded away at him now, and AEUW and Catalyst, and good progressive liberal that he was, he caved. All the censorship scythe came right out. In any case, you must be very careful about any statements that deviate from the narrative that the main reason for the achievement gap is that it is sexism and racism and the like. In any case, I welcome those. So those are two things. Be careful to be about being arrogant. Use as much couching as you need to, and be very circumspect about how you talk about race and gender. And I'd welcome you reading more of my stuff. You can access them from my website, martynemko.com. That's martynemko.com. From there you can read 1,000 of my articles, link to my blog, click to my blog, which has 1,000 more blog posts, and to my Twitter feed, which has 1,500 tweets. Anyway, I'm Marty Nemko. Thanks for watching.